shall start the session with prayers. Repeat the prayers. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shantihi 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 Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Shantihi 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 Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. So for the last 2 days, we had been discussing about the advantages of meditation, how meditation gives us excellent physical health, mental health, how it's an important tool for stress management for the modern man, and also how it gives us intuitive faculty, how it leads us to the basic purpose of life, how it points out the direction to which we should be going, how it acts like a rudder in the boat, and one of the greatest advantages is transformation of the character. Whether we are meditating properly or not will be judged not by the visions we are having or the amount of light we see. Ultimately, it must have a transforming effect. A pragmatic benefit will have to be arrived. Then only we can say that we are meditating properly. There was a highway robber, and he used to rob anybody coming on that way. If necessary, he would kill the persons, take away all the belongings, and he thought he was doing a very good job fulfilling the commitments of his family life, fulfilling the obligations that is enjoined on a householder. He must take care of the needs of the wife and children or the family members. So he is supplying all those. Once Narada was going that way. For a dacoit, all are equal. He caught hold of Narada He said, I will kill you. Narada said, yes, you can kill me, doesn't matter. But what will you gain by killing me? I will take whatever belongings you are having. I am only having one musical instrument by which I take the name of the Lord. You can take it without killing me also. But may I ask you one question? You are doing this type of work. Do you know what a great sin you are committing? And what great calamities are in store for you? Because everybody has to work out one's karma. So all these bad karmas that you are doing, you will have to undergo tremendous suffering. Why are you doing it? I am doing for my family members. Will they partake of your sins? Naturally, I am doing for them, for meeting their demands. Naturally, they have to be the shareholders. They have to be sharers of my bad karmas, and they will have to bear all this as a natural consequence. Narada said, you do one thing. You tie me with this rope, with this tree. I am not going to go anywhere. Whatever you want, I will do. But first you go to your house, ask your family members whether they are going to share the bad karmas that you are doing, the consequences of the bad karmas that you are performing. Go and ask and come back. And he went, asked the wife, do you know how I am getting you nice things every day? I don't know. I kill the people, I rob them, and I bring that. Huh? What do you say? You are a robber, a dacoit? I want to ask, will you share the bad consequences that will follow? Why should I share? It is your duty as a husband to feed me. Why should I share? He asked his mother. Mother said, what? You are robbing others? Such a heinous crime you are committing. Get out of my eyes. But will you not partake of the sins that I accrue? Why should I partake? Everybody told they are not going to. Now, his eyes were opened, came back, fell down at the feet of Narada. You have opened my eyes. For sharing my gains, everybody was ready. For sharing my sins, nobody is coming forward. I will have to sin alone, I will to suffer all the sins. Then his eyes were opened. Then he said, please rescue me from this great trouble that is going to fall upon me. Then Narada gave him a divine name, told him to meditate. And that dacoit had a great power of concentration. He meditated with the same concentration with which he used to kill others, or he used to loot, used to take away the others' belongings. Same concentration he applied there. Went into deep meditation. Days, months, years. So much so that many ant hills, they started on his head, on his hair. Finally, one day, there was a voice from the blue, from the sky. Get up, you are a great sage. Get up, sage, you are a great sage. He opened his eyes. What? I a great sage? I am one of the greatest sinners. How can I become a great sage? No, that is past. You have meditated so much on the divine that now you have become divine. By meditating on divine, one becomes divine. So, you have become divine. Now you are a great sage. You are no longer the dacoit Ratnakar. Now you are a great sage and your name is Valmiki, because the Valmiki, that is the Sanskrit name for the ant hill, those Valmiki got created. Such a long period you have meditated. So from now onwards, you will be known in the world as Valmiki. That is the story of Valmiki. How Ratnakar became Valmiki, a dacoit becomes a great sage. Meditation, that is the power of meditation. By meditation, the whole transformation of character comes. And then we had talked about, in detail, various techniques of meditation. Now we will take up some questions and then we proceed. We also told some preparatory steps to be taken. When should we meditate? How many times should we meditate? How much time should we meditate? All those things we have discussed. What is Kundalini Jagarana? As was told yesterday, Kundalini is a serpent power. Kundalini Shakti is the serpent power which rises from Muladhara and goes to Sahasrara. We had talked about 6 chakras yesterday. And Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, these are the chakras at the lower part of the body. Then Anahat chakra, the heart center. Vishuddha chakra, Agya chakra, and Sahasrara. When the Kundalini Shakti, the power of Kundalini, moves through, there are 3 nerves we told yesterday, Ida, Pingala and Shushumna. Shushumna is the middle nerve. Passes from Muladhara, goes crossing one chakra after other. As you go on more and more meditating, more and more spiritual practices, ultimately it comes to Sahasrara. When it comes to Sahasrara, then you get fully absorbed in that infinite ocean of existence and bliss. That is Samadhi, going to superconscious state. So, the aim of a Raj Yogi who practices Raj Yoga is to awaken this Kundalini. It is lying dormant in every human being. It is lying dormant. It is there, but it is sleeping. That is why Sri Ramakrishna used to sing a beautiful song in Bengali. Jago, jago ma kula kundalini. Oh Mother Kundalini, please get awakened in my and come, and after crossing various chakras, go to Sahasrara and meet the Lord. That is a beautiful song in Bengali. So Kula Kundalini has to be aroused. How to arouse this Kula Kundalini? This requires regular meditation. But this Kula Kundalini can be also aroused by various other methods. By devotion also. When somebody sings with intoxicating devotion, then also the Kundalini moves upward. So there are various methods of Kundalini Jagarana. But we advise not to go for any deliberate Kundalini Jagarana. There are some people who are over-enthusiastic and they overdo certain things. They go for pranayama, they go for shortcut. And then shortcut in Himalayas means going down to 40,000 feet below, just falling. It's a very dangerous path. Sometimes some people come, Kundalini has already aroused, now it is not going down, what to do? Becoming mad, lost his head. Now, there are certain types of diseases which doctors cannot also treat, even psychologists cannot treat, because it's a very peculiar disease, no psychologist can understand. So, that is why Swami Vivekananda says in his book Raj Yoga in the introduction, everything is very lucrative here in Raj Yoga, so many psychic powers will come, and if you do Sanyam on this, then you get the power of this and that, so many types of psychic powers you get. These are all very lucrative, very tempting. But remember, these practices of Raj Yoga have to be undertaken under the expert advice and a personal guidance of a guru. Otherwise, there is a possibility of derangement of brain. And we have seen ourselves, some people coming to us after getting deranged. So, we have to be very careful. Meditation for few minutes, well and good. Without even anybody's personal guidance, you can go ahead. But don't do pranayama. Even if you do pranayama, we can go only for Reshak and Purak, that is Nadi Shuddhi. That is, taking out the breath, taking in the breath and taking out the breath for the same period without withholding the breath inside. No kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is dangerous. Why? Because our lifestyle is different. Those who really want to go for pranayama, they should have a different type of food. They should different type of this oxygen layer, this ozone layer is not congenial. It requires good oxygen level. That's why they practice in Himalayas, in forest. Karma yoga can be practiced in AMA, in any office, in the marketplace. Sometimes you can have a small chamber inside your office or inside your house. As I told yesterday, it is better to have a small room, and you can have a meditation room, no problem. But when you want to go for pranayama, it requires different level of climate, environment. Most importantly, you have to follow very strict rules and regulation. You have to follow continence, purity of life. All these things is not possible. And that is why we advise, sometimes some people are over-enthusiastic and they don't listen and then they come to grief. So, as far as practice of Raj Yoga is concerned, first and second step is most important. Yama and Niyama, as I told you yesterday. Yama, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Ahimsa. And Niyama, Shauch, Santosh, Tap, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana. Unless until we are well grounded on Yama and Niyama, we should not go to the third and fourth step of Asana Pranayama. Many people, they want to sidetrack the first and second step and third step and directly go to pranayama, and sometimes they directly want to go to the seventh step, meditation, or eighth step, samadhi, instant samadhi. Let us not short circuit it. Let us not make a shortcut. Yama and Niyama are important. But in any case, this Kundalini Jagran should not be done artificially. That's what we should. It will come automatically, it will get aroused. Once we practice Yama and Niyama and little bit of meditation, or if we practice devotion, automatically the Kundalini Shakti will be aroused and that serpent power will go. You need not watch it. It will go, and one day it will get merged when it comes to Sahasrara. Let us go on practicing it. Gradually the Kundalini Shakti, the serpent power will be aroused. Is thoughtless meditation a superior form of meditation? What do you mean by thoughtless meditation? Well, I think what you are meaning is that a meditation when there will be no vritti, that is the highest type, that is the ultimate aim. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. In samadhi, not a single vritti is there. All vrittis have subsided. This mind or a chitta can be compared to a lake. And if you just put a stone, just throw a stone into the lake, what happens? There are so many ripples of water. When there are ripples of water, you cannot see your face. It is not reflected. But when all the waves have subsided, then you can see your own reflection. Similarly, at present our mind is not purified. So many types of desires are there. So many types of vrittis are there. They are coming and going, coming and going. And so it is not stable. And that is why we are not able to see our own original Swarupa, our original form inside this heart because of these ripples. So the aim of Raj Yoga, aim of a Raj Yogi is by practicing Yama, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, a time will come when there will be full absorption and not a single vritti will be there. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. This is the first sutra of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. That is yoga. Chitta vritti nirodha. I think the person who has asked this question, would you recommend that form of meditation? Well, that is the aim. We will go. But second thing what you are meaning is that there are various types of meditation, in which one of the meditation is that you don't do anything. Don't try to do anything. Just watch. Just be a witness. Zazen meditation. Something akin to Zazen meditation. Very difficult. Doing nothing is very difficult. Something or the other the mind will be doing. You can never have a mind which is not occupied with something. It will do something. Some thoughts will be there. Some vritti will be there. But Zazen is not doing anything. Just sitting. Very difficult. Sit down for 1 minute. Don't allow the mind to think of anything. So that is why it is better to think of a holy personality. It acts in two ways. Number one, the mind can never be made blank. Sometimes people try to make the mind blank and they enter into blank. That is not good. Let us start with positive. Some holy personality, some holy thought, some pratyaya you take up, try to concentrate, and gradually the mind will become more and more calmer, calmer, calmer. And then the waves will be less, less, less. And then finally we'll reach the goal. So that type of meditation, very difficult, but if you want to practice, you can practice for some time. I don't mind. But better is to go for the easier practices. Easier practices, take up a form, take up a word, Om, just go on repeating Om, trying to think of the divine within, trying to think of the divine light within your heart. There's so many better methods of meditation, I had told you yesterday. So let us go for simpler methods to begin with. My concentration level goes down, very poor. Oh, concentration level is very poor. What are the methods for improvement? And I cannot manage my stress and hide my upset and hide my upsetness. So guide me. Okay. There are two types of questions. Okay, first question is, my concentration level is very poor. Now many persons, they come to me. Swamiji, I want to share one private thing with you. What is that? When I sit down for meditation, all sorts of nasty thoughts come to me. And the thoughts which I have never thought, even those types of thoughts, nasty thoughts, that also come during meditation. Other types, they do not come, but during meditation, they come. Then I tell them, you see, don't worry. This is the private thing everybody shares with me. We are all traveling in the same boat. So many people come to me, I want to tell a private thing. There is something special about me. Something special about me. What is that? When I sit down for meditation, my mind wanders here and there and all sorts of thoughts come to me which I have never thought. Nasty thoughts also come to me. During meditation, more. I said, this is the secret everybody shares with me, and it is not a secret, it is an open secret. We are all traveling in the same boat. So if somebody comes to me and says, Swamiji, I get such a nice concentration during meditation, I said something wrong. Maybe preparing to go for a mental hospital. Either he is a great yogi or preparing for a mental hospital. These are the two extremes. Most of the people will have this problem of concentration. So don't worry. We are traveling by the same boat. Why? Swami Vivekananda says in his book Raj Yoga, you know, what is this mind like? This mind is like a monkey. Mind is like a monkey. There was a monkey. Monkey, you know, by their very nature, monkeys are very restless by nature. They cannot sit at one place. Whoop, they will jump from one branch, another. Whoop, another branch. They will go on jumping around. This is the nature of monkey. They cannot sit silent. So our mind is like a monkey, always jumping, always restless. But there was a monkey who was restless by nature, who was jumping. Now, somebody made him to drink a lot of wine. Now you can understand. After drinking the wine, his jumping became more. Started jumping more. Then afterwards, what happened? One scorpion stung it. After getting the scorpion stung, he started to more jumping. And then a ghost entered into his head. Now you can see the jumping of the monkey. Swamiji says, our mind is like a monkey, restless by nature, and day and night we are drinking the wine. What is that wine? Wine of desire. I want to have this type of car, I want to have this type of dress, I want to have this, I must achieve this diploma, I must have to this performance, I must open a branch there in New York. So many types of desires. Day and night we are desiring. So we are drinking the wine of desire. And then scorpion stings it. This fellow is going ahead of me. I will see how he goes ahead. Jealousy. That is the scorpion stung. When you get jealousy, mind becomes more restless. And then the ghost enters into your head. The ghost of ego. Don't you know who am I? I will let you know who am I. Wait. I am your boss. I am mother-in-law. I will see to it that you are under control. This ego is ghost which has entered into our head. So you can imagine the jumping of our mind. This is the story of all of the human beings. Swami Vivekananda says, our mind is like that monkey who is restless by nature. He has drunk deep of this wine of desire. Again a scorpion of jealousy has stung, and then the ghost of ego has entered. So that is why our mind is very restless, and that is why it is very difficult to concentrate during meditation. But then what is the solution? We should not give it up. It is difficult. For Arjuna it was difficult. Will it become easy for us? Will it become easy for us? Arjuna, who had such a great power of concentration of mind, he could shoot the fish by seeing the reflection in water. The fish is moving, circling around, and seeing the reflection, he gives the shot. That is the power of concentration. That type of Arjuna, when Sri Krishna told, you find in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, Sri Krishna told all about how to meditate, all the procedure he has told. But Arjuna is typical like our modern man. What he had told is very nice, but the but will be there. But Nivedita, Sister Nivedita, Miss Margaret Noble, she was the Irish disciple of Swami Vivekananda. When Swami Vivekananda went to UK, she used to sit in front. And she will have a lot of questions to ask. After the class is over, Swami, you told this thing is very good, but then... And then Swamiji will explain, yes, what you told is, but, so but will be always there. For the modern man, but will be always there. And Arjuna is like the modern man, typical of all of us. When Swami Vivekananda said all these things, how to meditate, this and that, what you told, Lord, is okay, but my mind is so restless that I find it very difficult to control. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramati balavadradam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. I am finding this mind very difficult to control. You are telling me to meditate. That's very good. But this mind is very restless, this mind of mine, very restless. I find it very difficult to control. Much more difficult than holding the wind in my hand, in my fist. Very difficult to hold the wind in my fist. Even more than that, I find difficult to control the mind. Chanchalami mana Krishna pramati balavadradam tasyaham nigraham manye vayo rivastu dushkaram. And then Sri Krishna, what does he do? He does not say, what? Talking like a coward? In the 2nd chapter we find, when in the 1st chapter we find Arjuna says, oh, I am finding it very difficult. I will not fight. I don't want to fight. My Gandiva is going away, is slipping away from my hands, and I am getting terrified, and my limbs are moving. No. I will not fight. let them conquer us, I am not going to fight. He sits down on the backside of the chariot. At that time, Sri Krishna gives a shock treatment, because a neurosis patient requires shock treatment, and Sri Krishna is a great psychologist. He knows now shock treatment is required. So he gives a shock treatment. Kutatsva kashamalamidam vishme samupastitam anaryam ajustam aswargyam akirtikaram arjuna klaibyam masmagama partha naitvatta upapaddate shudram hridaya daurbalyam takto tisha parantapa. Get up! This faint-heartedness does not befit thee. Get up! Klaibyam masmagama partha. Unmanliness. This is unmanliness. Cowardice. Give it up. You are a scorcher of foes. Klaibyam masmagama partha. Naitvatvi papadate. This does not befit thee. You are a great man. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. Give up this faint-heartedness and cowardice and get up and fight. Gave a very good shock treatment. When Arjuna said, I will not be able to fight, I find it very difficult, this and that. But when Arjuna said, oh Lord, I find it very difficult to control the mind, Sri Krishna didn't say, what? Talking like a coward? No. What did Sri Krishna say? Ashanshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Arjun, you are right. It is really very, very difficult to control this mind. Even Sri Krishna says, Lord says, very difficult to control the mind. Swami Vivekananda says, very difficult to control the mind. Patanjali says, very difficult to control the mind. Satu dirghakal nairantar satkara sevito dridbhumi. You will have to work for a long time. It is very difficult to control the mind. Patanjali says, very difficult to control the mind. Swami Vivekananda says, very difficult to control the mind. Buddha says, difficult to control the mind. It is easier to conquer 1,000 enemies single-handed than to conquer one's mind. Single-handed, it may be possible for you to conquer 1,000 enemies single-handed, but more difficult is to conquer your own mind. Buddha says very difficult to control mind. Lord Mahavira says very difficult to control mind. Sri Krishna says very difficult to control mind. Swami Vivekananda says very difficult to control the mind. Patanjali says very difficult to control mind. All our rishis say very difficult to control the mind. Modern guru says very easy. Just give $35 instant samadhi. Very easy to control the mind. Just come, give $35 instant samadhi. I'll give you money back guarantee. Enlightened cassettes are there available. This is all so much of fraud going on, so much of this big market. Now this is a very flourishing market. The most flourishing market is the market of this spiritual business. Yoga and meditation and enlightenment, encashing the ancient spiritual culture and degrading it, making it very cheap. We have to be very careful about it. Anyway, so Sri Krishna says, Ashanshyam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. But then he says, it is very difficult to control the mind, but not impossible. Then he says, Abhyasena to kaunteya vairagena cha grihyate. By these two methods, Abhyas and Vairagya, these are the two equipments by which you will be able to control the mind. And the same two tools, same two equipments for controlling the mind have been advised by Patanjali also. Abhyasa Vairagya Bhyam Tan Nirodha. How to control the mind? Abhyasa and Vairagya. These are the two words. What is Abhyasa? Abhyasa is fixing the mind on a particular object, trying to fix the mind and trying that in a very systematic manner and a consecutive manner. Tatra yatno abhyasaha. Trying to fix the mind on a particular pratyaya again and again and in a systematic way. By trying to fix the mind in a particular spot, concentrate in a particular way, gradually the mind will come under control. So there should be regularity in practice of meditation. Today you do meditation 5 o'clock, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, next day 7 o'clock. No. there should be fixed time. Of course, sometimes there may be exception, you've gone out of station, it's okay. But in general, there should be fixed timing. And the duration also should be fixed. Gradually we can increase the duration. Then systematically if you practice makes a man perfect. Similarly in spiritual practices also, go on practicing. But only abhyasa is not enough. How long you have to practice? Practice for a long time. Dirgha kal, satu dirgha kal, nairantar, satkara sevito dridhabhumi. Once Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans, he had gone to see a circus. Wilson Circle was very famous at that time in Calcutta. At the time he was in Calcutta in 1884. So when there was Wilson Circle in Calcutta, the devotees informed there is a circus. So Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna, Swami, all of them, they were always enjoying, full of joy. So even if there is a theatre, Chaitanya Lila, he would go, Sri Ramakrishna would go. There is a circus, Sri Ramakrishna went to see the circus. And after coming back from the circus, and whenever Sri Ramakrishna would see anything, immediately he will get a lot of stock for preaching. He will give a lot of examples. So after coming back, he says, you see? Did you see the circus? In the circus it was shown, there was an English woman, a girl, an English girl, British girl. She was riding on a horse with only one foot on the horse, and she was standing on a horse. And the horse was going round and round the circle. And in between, there were some rings. When the horse will come near the ring, the girl would just jump from inside the ring, and by the time the horse has come to the other side, she will go that side. And again she will go to the horse, and again she will stand on one foot, and then the horse will go again round and round. Sri Ramakrishna says, look, what a great performance by that British girl, by that English woman. But how could she achieve it? Not by days of practice. Few days, perhaps, when she was trying to sit on the horse would have just thrown her away. So many times she would have fallen, so many times she would have got injured, but she did not give in. Gradually the horse allowed her to sit on the horse. Then she started standing on the horse. Then she started standing on the horse when the horse is moving. Then she started standing on the horse when the horse is fast moving, running. And then she started moving only with one foot on the horse when the horse is running. And then she started jumping from the ring and going to the exactly same. And if she misses by one fraction of a second, gone, smashed to pieces. But look, what a perfection. How could she achieve it? One magical word, abhyasa. Practice, practice, practice. If by practice, this mind is like a horse, it will not allow you to ride. Immediately it will throw. You want to concentrate? No, I am not going to concentrate. You sit down, mind will see me immediately. No, I am not going to. But you go on, telling the mind, sometimes you have to employ two methods. That is, soft method, hard method. Bitter method, sweet method. Naram method, garam method. Hot and cold, you have to blow. Why? Because this mind is our greatest enemy, and this mind is our greatest friend also. Atmaneva atmana bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. This very mind is our greatest friend, and this very mind is our greatest enemy. If you can control it, it's greatest friend. If you don't control it, then it becomes your greatest enemy. This, our own mind, is our greatest enemy, and it can become our greatest friend provided we are able to control it. How? By practice. So, atmaneva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. So riding the horse is very difficult. Riding the mind much more difficult. But with practice, that English woman was able to not only ride the horse, but stand with one foot while the horse is running and jumping over the ring. This feat also can come, but it requires practice. So that is called abhyasa. Go on practicing every day, whether you like it or not, whether just go on doing practice. And one day the mind says, my God, this fellow is not giving up. First of all, the mind says, I will not get up early morning. Whatever you say. If you put the alarm, then immediately put the alarm, switch off, again sleep. Then again, if you say, no, I will put the alarm at a longer distance, alarm clock, so that I have to get up and then go and stop the alarm. By that time, your sleep will be little broken. So then you can wash your hands and face, and you can have some exercise, and by which you will be, say, no. The best antidote for getting over laziness is exercise. Do exercise early morning and then meditate. Those who got problem of laziness while meditating, first have exercise, remove laziness, and then meditate. But even then, the mind will not give in. Mind will say, okay, you have forced me to meditate today. Okay, I'll get headache for you. Then you got headache. Then your mind will tell you, you see, what a great price you have to pay. Better don't meditate. Why did you get headache? Meditation is like inviting headache. So why to go for a headache? But even then say, no, even if headache is there, I am not going to this. Okay, then say, then during meditation it will sleep. Okay, I will sleep. Meditating for many people is like inviting sleep. So then it will start sleeping. Then say, no, I will not. As soon as you start sleeping, I will again do exercise. Likewise, if you go on doing like that, Kajogin, sometimes explaining, sometimes sweetly talking, sometimes becoming harsh, like that afterwards when the mind says, this fellow is not going to leave me, okay, I surrender. Then it will follow you. So in the beginning there will be tussle. In the beginning tussle. Monkey cannot come to control so easily. Mind is like a monkey, but it will come. But there are two things required. Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagya. Mere abhyas is not enough. Only practice is not enough. Second thing is important. Vairagya. Vairagya does not mean becoming a monk or giving up worldly possessions. No. Vairagya is the spirit of detachment. As long as we are attached to particular objects, particular items, particular things, particular persons, too much attached, you will not be able to get attached to a holy personality. Or meditate on the form of your Ishta Devata, because that form of that particular person or that item will come because of your extreme attachment. And that will be your stumbling block. So, extreme attachment has to be avoided. Otherwise, you will not be able to succeed in meditation or in anything. You cannot get concentration, you cannot meditate. It was a full moon night. 4 drunkards, they had a very nice drink. They got together. Oh, it's a very full moon night. Let us have a picnic. So they came to the riverside, they entered the boat, and then they started rowing, one after another. One person is rowing, then he got tired, another person is rowing. Whole night they rowed. Ultimately, in the morning, there was sunlight. After the sunrise, somehow their intoxication became little less. The effect of the liquor was little less, and they opened the eyes. And they asked each other, how are you? Oh my God, whole night I have rowed. My shoulders are also paining. Lot of rowing we have done. Okay, lot of rowing we have done, but let us see what a great distance we have come. Whole night we have rowed, one after another. Oh, I think we have reached a particular place also. There is some place nearby. Let us go to the bank of the river. Some bank of the river has already come. And they got down to the bank of the river to find out they were at the main spot where they had started. What happened? We rode the whole night, but we have come back to the same spot. We rode the whole night, but we forgot to lift the anchor. We forgot to lift the anchor of that boat, and whole night we are rowing. Similarly, without lifting the anchor of attachment, we are practicing day and night meditation. Not a single inch we shall move. The boat of ekagrata, the boat of concentration, will not move even an inch. Even if you practice day and night meditation, unless and until the anchor of attachment is lifted up. This is what we have to remember. Many people say, we have been meditating for a long time, but we are not getting any result. Ask yourself, have you lifted the anchor? If you have lifted the anchor, even if you don't practice, by the sheer force of water, you will go to a little distance at least, by the flow of water. But if you are not lifted the anchor, how much rowing you will be doing, you cannot move even an inch. This is what we have to remember. Abhyasenu to kaunteya vairagnicha griyate. And Patanjali also says the two methods. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tan nirodha. So this abhyas and vairagya, these are the two methods. So let us not complain. My mind is not getting concentrated. This is the story of even Arjuna, all the great people. We are traveling in the same boat. And why our mind is not getting concentrated? Why not is ready to meditate? Because the very nature is to go up external. In Kathopanishad they say, in Kathopanishad it has been told, Paranchikhani vyatrana swayambhu parang pashyati nantaratman kaschid dhira pratyagamanam aikshat avrita chakshu amritatvam Paranchikhani vyatrana swayambhu. Swayambhu, Brahma, the creator of God, made these senses outward going. By very nature of these senses is to go upward, go outward. The eyes want to see beautiful forms, the ears want to listen to the beautiful music. All our senses, the very nature of the senses has been made going outward. This is very nature. We are not to be blamed. Brahma is to be blamed. The creator has made like this. It is extrovert. We are all extroverts. We are all extroverts. Only Paranchikhani vyatrana swayambhu parang pashyati na antaratman. By its very nature they are outward going, so they don't go inward. Paranchikhani vyatrana swayambhu parang pashyati na antaratman kaschid dhiraha pratyagamanam aikshat avrita chakshu amritatvam. But some dhira purusha, kaschid dhira, one wise person, some wise person, what did he do? He closed the eyes. Why? He wanted to see his own image. He wanted to see the reality. With a desire to see the ultimate reality, to realize that reality, he closed his eyes and he forcibly made these senses inward. And he had that illumination. Kaschid dhira pratyagamanam aikshat avrita chakshu amritatvam ichan. So he closed his eyes and then had the vision of the Great One. So we'll have to close the eyes, sometimes at least, during meditation at least, close the eyes and try to go inward. Try to leave all the other objects outside. So this is the question I have already replied. My concentration level goes very poor, for all of us very poor, but don't worry, abhyas and vairagya, and everything will be okay. Gradually. What are the methods for improvement? I have told already. And I cannot manage my stress and hide my upsetness, so guide me. Now, already our time is up. But evening lecture, management of everyday life, I am going to speak about management of stress and management of crisis. So, of course, including so many other things also. So, you can come in the evening, and there is my CD available. managing stress. There is a CD available. My book is available, Happiness and Peace in Everyday Life. There also I have dealt with this subject. And the book in Gujarati also is available, Adunik Manav Shanti Nisodhma. That already we have distributed more than 78,000 copies in Gujarati. In English, about 30,000 copies. So this book will give you some hints about the stress management. Plus, there is a CD on stress management. And I have already given you yesterday a suggested reading for the books. What I have told you is a very, very peripheral knowledge. Just the introduction part of it. As I told you, at Rajkot, I gave 223 lectures on this subject, Ekagrata and Dhyan, in Gujarati. And we were just, even then after 223 lectures, we had not yet started the real subject. So you can just imagine what a vast topic it is. And during these 3 hours, how much we can do. But still, we have tried to give some fundamentals. And this book in Gujarati, Ekagrata and Dhyan, is available. There, whatever I have told just now is all there. And whatever I told during 223 lectures, this summary is there. And the English book will come out later. But Gujarati book is available on Ekagrata and Dhyan. And other books on meditation I have already suggested. So you can read those books. Now, main thing is practice. You listen. We have practiced also for some time, for 3 days. But now it is a time for action. Now you continue to practice what we have been listening here and read those books and try to practice. And gradually, as I told you, make a beginning. And if you want to go further, deeper, then you will have to have a personal guide, preferably a guru. That is the second stage. But for the first stage, you go on meditating, as I have told you. And there also I have suggested many methods. One of the best methods for the beginners is contemplating on a holy personality. It works in 2 ways. When you think of a holy personality, it becomes easier because already there is a photograph or an image available of the holy personality, number 1. Second, when you think of a holy personality, the very nature of the mind is whatever you think, you become. If you think of a holy personality, your mind will become holy. And the purer the mind, the easier it is to control the mind. So it will work in 2 ways. So thinking of a holy personality has got greater advantage. Buddha, Christ, Mahavir, Ram, Krishna, Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, Sarada Devi, Durga, Kali, whosoever you like, any Ishtadevata, Ishtadevi, whomsoever you love, because it is easier to meditate on a personality whom you love. That also is another advantage. Holy personality, when you meditate, number 1, it is easier because you have got a concrete form. Number 2, it is easier because you love that personality. And third, when you meditate on a holy personality, the holiness and the purity infiltrates into your mind, and that again further makes your mind more concentrated. So it works in this way. So meditate on a holy personality. And as I told you, during the time of meditation, we should always believe our true nature, that I am birthless, deathless, ever pure, ever blissful Atman. Thoughts like this, and I am divine. I am becoming more and more divine. I am becoming purer and purer. I am becoming more and more blissful. And the darkness of ignorance is vanishing from my mind. These type of suggestions have to be given in the mind during the meditation. And simultaneously, it is always better to combine mantra japam with meditation. The combination brings quicker success for the beginners. Mantra japam. For example, just say Om, Om, Om. While meditating on the divine light, say Om, Om, Om. If you are meditating on Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, or Om Sri Krishnaya Namah, the mantra. Or if you are meditating on Rama, Om Shri Ramchandraya Namah. If you are meditating on Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. So there are various mantras with particular deities. While meditating, you repeat those mantras. What is the advantage? If I call you by name, you are going on the other side, I call you by name, what happens? Immediately you turn back and come to me. So whenever say Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaji comes. By calling again and again, Shiva comes to our heart. So this is, mantra japam is nothing but calling the Lord. Invitation, please come to my heart. So that is why this mantra japam also should be done. Combination brings quicker success. Then prayer. Before we start meditation, prayer is a must. Prayer will make our mind, create a mood for us. So whenever we start meditation, it should be preceded by a little bit of spiritual reading. As I told you, best book is Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita for the modern mind. Kathamrita, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Or you can have Bhagavata, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita. But whatever gives you, prepares your mind for spiritual practice, you read that book for 5 minutes at least. And then 5 minutes listening to some song, devotional song, or repeating some song, or repeating some slokas. So that creates the mind, that creates the mood. And then you meditate. You'll find a quicker success. So 15 minutes morning, 5 minutes meditation, 5 minute prayer, 5 minutes of reading. Similarly in the evening, 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15 minutes. 15 minutes morning, 15 minutes in the evening. You can start, as I told you yesterday, invest 30 minutes and get the net profit of 90 minutes. Total investment 30 minutes, return is 2 hours, 120 minutes, net profit 90 minutes. By regular meditation, you will find within 3-4 months, कितना फायदा है, फायदा ही फायदा है meditation में. Because in Gujarat, they first see what is फायदा. We have given a beautiful article in our souvenir. You can see the souvenir has been published of Baroda. So Dr. N.H. Athreya, the management consultant, I told you give an article. He said, what article should I give? And we started discussing about this, the unique culture of Gujarati businessmen. First thing they will ask, મને ફાયદો શું થશે? ફાયદો શું થશે ભાઈ? પહેલી વાત ફાયદા નહીં કરો. Then Dr. Athreya said, there is nothing wrong in it. It is a very pragmatic view. So on Fayda culture of Gujarati management people, he wrote an article. That is there in that souvenir. How it can be spiritualized, this Fayda culture's attitude. The same thing has to be applied. I am doing spiritual practices. I am investing so much of time. Fayda kya hoga? What return I am going to get? I must know. And then our mind will be motivated to go further. So, fayda hi fayda hai. 90 minutes every day, net profit, plus tranquility, plus good physical health. Bypassing the bypass surgery. No need of going to an intensive care unit. And then good mental health. Excellent human relations. Intuitive faculty. Fayda hi fayda hai. So, let us start meditation right earnest to begin with. And then gradually we can increase the timing. And I think you will get concrete benefit. But read these books. These books that I have recommended, that will also serve as a good fillip, creating the mind. Read these books. Go on meditating every day. And attend shivers like this. And then afterwards, when you get an opportunity, get the personal guidance of a competent teacher or guru, then we can advance much. But this meditation, sitting on these wings of meditation, we can fly to the divine word, enjoy the divine bliss without paying any airfare, zero airfare, no visa, no passport, transported to another world. Every day we can fly in the wings of meditation. So this is the advantage. So we have discussed, already time is up, that there is no time for question answer because we'll have. Do you want to meditate? Okay, let us conclude with the meditation. And after the meditation, if anybody has some question, you can meet me and we can answer the question.
तुझसे हमने दिल को लगाया, जो कुछ है सो तू ही है। तुझसे हमने दिल को लगाया, जो कुछ है सो तू ही है। एक तुझको अपना पाया, एक तुझको अपना पाया, जो कुछ है सो तू ही है। तुझसे हमने दिल को लगाया। सबके मकान दिल का मकीन तू, कौन सा दिल है जिसमें नहीं तू। सबके मकान दिल का मकीन तू, कौन सा दिल है जिसमें नहीं तू। हर एक दिल में है तू समाया, हर एक दिल में है तू समाया, जो कुछ है सो तू ही है। तुझसे हमने